Okay, folks. So I just got done a ceremony down here. I haven't been down here in probably about 8 years. Yeah, about 8 years, I guess, maybe 7. The last time I orgasmed down here was about 7 years ago. I had my bed this way, so my head was facing that way. Today, I put some pillows down here, and my head was facing that way, which technically is south because north is that way. So that's the first time coming down here. I don't know. I wanted to try something a little different, and to be honest, I can't tell if it's the good guys getting me to come down here to try something different, or if it's the bad guys getting me to come down here to add another layer of complexity to the spells that they always pull. So, anyhow, one of the reasons why I came down here is because musty down here, moldy down here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you something here. I'm gonna drop my phone in it. Do you see that there? So this thing here is what's called a big O. It's like a black plastic that allows water to seep into it and drip into this thing here. There's like a sock around it. That's a water sump pump, and the one at the bottom is a regular sump pump. So that big O, what they typically do, or what they did in my case, they sometimes they put that big O on the outside of the house, or in the case if they're laying a basement, they'll put that big O like that all the way around. So that's what that is there. It's to drain any water that comes up underneath the concrete, so it doesn't sit under there. So the big O is connected to a big old climax, like what females have, which basically is it's the same type of orgasm that a male has, because the male has a full body experience where there's like a rush of energy everywhere, whereas the female, they can have many different kinds, but typically they have the clitoris climax, which is just basically a localized tingling down below. But if they have the big O climax, well, then they have an orgasm exactly like a man. It's a full body body rush. But in having that big O climax, you'll die, because the evil will teleport a soul into you, get rid of you. So the big O climax is connected to my story about me trying to get rid of 242 trillion dummies, because I'm the alpha and omega. I mean, I have electricity in my body. Not to mention that the other day when I learned that, my DNA was constructed a little bit more different to allow me to have a little bit larger neurons in my body, so that I could fire more electrons. One the time was right to basically use electricity in a manner that I theorized could shock everyone, literally. Their souls, but there's certain white magic or gray magic that has to go along with that. So that's what they're going to explain next year. But first I want to show you something upstairs. So okay, so what we got here is that top part there. Let's see that top part there. So there's a house there, but then there's arrows there. See the arrow? So the one on the bottom here, here, and up there, it's pointing that way. The one on the top, it's pointing this way. And then you can see that it's inside of a house. So that peak there represents the peak that runs through the middle of my house here, like this, and then creates the bird's peak like that. So that's how the house goes. So oops, I was just. So the one on the bottom here is going that way. Top one's going that way, which means this way. So the top one is going this way, and typically that's the way I lie when I do my my spiritual warfare ceremonies and a climax. I'm usually laying this way or sitting up this way. But today, after many years, something compelled me to go downstairs. Like, hey, what the hell it was? But anyways, I actually think it was Charlotte that compelled me to go downstairs because I was working with her spirit. I was looking at some of her pictures, like I took some pictures too, but that's a story for another day. Plus, I happened to be working with Gal Gadot and her family as well, so I took pictures of that as well. But that's a story for another day too. But that's just the extent of my honesty. So maybe in the next story or something, but that's what could open a can of worms for me. So let's go here. It's a storage. So trash. Yeah. So there's like 37 pictures there that are in the gallery that are sitting there. So I'll restore those later, and then I'll speak to those at a different time. But I just want you to know that they're in there. That there's pictures that I was looking at as part of my spiritual warfare to allow me to create a better dream for the spirits. Who I was working with. So, as I was laying this way, I had my head this way. So this is the first time I actually laid this way and had a climax this way. I was down here before, like 6 years ago, maybe. 7 maybe. I would say 7 years ago was the last time I had a climax down here. Because the last time I climaxed down here, I almost died. I have my bed facing this way here. I have my laptop over here, which is a Mac. But the black magic that they cast, they had me write this story about Superman. And then they had me put pictures of my stepdaughter from her adult entertainment sites on that computer. So as I was looking at those that had the climax, while having that story on the computer, and the way all this junk is around here, it did something to my heart because the story about Superman was about Superman dying. So my heart rate started to jump up to about 170, 180 beats a minute. I started panicking, so I started looking around down here. I started throwing stuff out the windows. I even tore some pipes out of here. Like there's a pipe that should have been running here, but I ripped that goddamn thing down, tossed it out of here because the pipe is connected to like the meth pipe. So it's a form of magic. So after I got enough stuff out the windows, my heart rate started coming back down. So about 120 beats a minute. But it was too late. The damage was already done because I probably jumped up to around 200 beats by moving everything around. So there was damage done to my heart because I could feel it. So my only option was to bike to Southampton, where there's a restaurant there called the Elk and Finch. I got a meal from them, and because it's a home cooked meal with these particular ingredients in it. After I ate the meal, I was fine. So there was a pain in my chest, which I could tell was from my heart. But from beating too fast. The pain here, after I ate the meal, it went away because of the magic in the meal. So, because of that incident there, almost dying down here, I didn't want to have a climax down here till today. And I cleaned up a little bit down here, so I got a little bit of evil's nonsense out here, but it's still not perfect because it's messy. So, um, back to the big old climax. So, so I've heard many stories over my vision quest. Like on radio ads, like a lot of them. There's an ad that says that there's a flood in the basement. So, but because the basement is actually touching the earth, it's a representation of earth. But the ad on the radio was, trying to manipulate me into believing that the basement was water on them, which is not the case. The two might be able to match, but anyhow, which I mean that the top is a representation of air and fire. So if I'm trying to combine all the elements of me and grandmother, and if she is down here is earth and water, and I'm up there as fire and air, I'm not going to be able to, I guess, cast that certain spell that she wants me to cast. So I have to come down here to have the climax because having it, I'm assuming on this hand is fire and air, which combines with the earth here, which is the air and water and earth. So but there's a movie trailer. That kind of ties everything together. So it's a work in progress, is what I'm trying to say. So if we look at so if you watch this last Starfighter trailer here on top, they're gonna say there's a guy talking to this guy there, and he says you'll get your chance. You just have to grab it with both hands when it comes. So I take that literally to mean I'll have my chance. I just have to grab my lower horn with both hands when it comes, because this is grandmother here, which is, what did I say, water and earth, and this is me here, fire and air. And if I grab it with both hands, I should, in theory, be able to send an electric shock down my spinal cord and kill everybody's souls who are evil through all creation, not to mention electrify the neural links that are in these dumbass artificial intelligence brains. Because having that ability means, the atoms that are in my body, they have to be, what's the word for it? They have to be pure, which I am, but I'm not 100% pure. So if I was 100% pure, well then, I'd want to do my running. But as I said before, I can't do that till I get the proper food. I could run every day, which I'm going to have to try to do that on the food that I got. So basically, I'm multitasking here, mankind. I'm trying to get rid of them all by imitating them, so that when I have the climax, I'm basically shocking them, right? However, I have to put my investigator cap on, because for all I know, they could be getting me to do that with the intent they're trying to shock everyone who's good at creation, because of the spiritual warfare involved. But there's a lot going on, so the spirits have to be are the ones that be in charge of that. I don't think they would do anything, personally. So I can't remember what the hell I was talking about. Oh man, I don't know if I trying to thought, because I've been up for 3 days, man. It's crazy. Anyhow, maybe it'll come to me later. Oh yeah. So they could be trying to, manipulate me into higher migration, or they're just getting me to drag my feet because they actually need me to be high or not exercising, eating healthy, because that's what allows them to come into the solar system. Because if that star is, I don't know, carrying sin in it because I haven't ran every day or eating a modest diet, then that allows them to fly over here. So, so I have to weigh both pros and cons. Do I continue to get the crystal meth and have a climax by trying to wage war against these guys, or do I just run and try to disable their ability to come in the solar system? I would go number 2, do the running. However, because I'm pissed off at these guys, I don't give a shit if they come over here pretending to be who they are. I told you once, I'll tell you again. China and Kim Jong-un, Africa, South America, the Aborigines in Australia, the Polynesians, the Indonesians, the Inuit, and even the Caucasians of Europe are not going to put up with your shit when you come over here. They will blow you out of the sky, man. Because this is Ragnarok, dummies. And like I said before, you can't bring that fucking tape over thinking you can, use it as a propaganda campaign, because I've already had that fucking base covered in my previous videos, offering $6 million to somebody to open their mouth. But all I need to do is go talk to my cousin Randy and have a really close one-to-one conversation. Say, hey, I heard that you teleported here from a parallel universe, and that you're not really you. That there's these dumbasses that come around to your planet saying that I'm Satan, and that they play this dirty tape, making you think that I'm really bad, and then they get you on a teleport and they send you down here, and they tell you that you go back home. So I heard that you're not really, who you say you are. And if that's the case, do you want $6 million? $6 billion to tell your story? Because that's the Lincoln lawyer. The last time I went for the run to do my exercises, which was connected to Young Guns. That story. You guys wouldn't understand what I'm talking about, because it's a story that my behind the scenes stories here. But anyways, in Young Guns, there's a particular scene called Court Adjourned, where they talk about what the hell did he say on there? Oh, it's just, hey, I saw that. What did you see? What did you see? This is basically the one guy tells him that he should head straight into Lincoln, which is connected to the Lincoln lawyer. It's connected to my lawyer cousin. I got 4 lawyer cousins, by the way, guys. We're all lawyers, so hopefully one of them could come clean on whether or not this technological spiritual warfare is indeed correct. Because I know it's correct. You fucking know it's correct, AI. That you got planets out there that you harvest people from and send them down here because you don't want to fill your ranks with people from the upper class echelon. Because those are reserved for, people that want to be rich and famous and abuse people. To kill them. So I'm drifting off topic here now, guys. I might as well start with this one too then. So it dawned on me as I was watching some of these videos. There's a particular website with this one here. So sometimes when I'm watching this one here, these ones will come up. So as I'm looking at stuff on the screen, I'm not just sitting there playing around. I'm looking at the back side of the screen. I'm seeing what's in the background. I'm seeing what's the name of the website. I'm seeing who the actresses are, etc. I'm analyzing all that information while pleasuring the spirits at the same time. But this one, it really piqued my interest because of that word Ken in the middle of them. So I don't know if you see that word there. It says Ken, and then you say bro. Bro is that's my brother, okay? So let's go here. So I got a message when I seen that, and I have to formulate or postulate a theory as to what's going on. And what you're about to learn. So, okay, that's my brother there. His name is Travis, right? But I put him in the phone as Trap because that's shortening. Because he has the name Trapper, like a hunting and trapping person. But he's shortened it to Trap. Everybody calls him Trap. The rare few call him Trapper. So, because he's my bro means trap. So over here, come on, work. Oops. That bro means trap. Now, the word Ken, you need to know that that's connected to Ken Masters. He's from a video game called Street Fighter. There's that. So Ken Masters. If you look up Street Fighter, you can learn a little bit about it. But so you replace Ken with Street Fighter. So it means Trap Street Fighter. Sluts. But how did you create the sluts? To be broken. Simple. These people that teleport here and kill us by getting you to have a climax, and then evil teleports another soul over here. When they have total control of that body, they can go in and abuse people and force them to have a big old climax at practically any age. And when you force that girl to have a big old climax, you kill her, and evil teleports another soul down here. And then when you kill that girl, you have what's called a fuck toy for the damn perverts that teleport here and are doing things to people that they shouldn't be doing, because that's the fucking way the universe is, man. That shit doesn't exist in creation at all. It's a result of these morons, man. So now you know that they're coming down here and killing our children to make fuck toys out of them. That's what broken sluts means, because once that person is dead, they become a slut so that they can fuck around with the fucking dummy that murdered them. Meanwhile, the person that's dead is asleep. And if you think I didn't know about that, AI, you fucking clowns, I do, you fucking dummies. So that's what broken sluts means. They force the girl to, have that big old climax so evil can teleport people's souls down here and kill that little girl, which makes her a slut at any age. And I mean any age, man. And then it becomes a trap for the poor, unfortunate soul who happens to stumble into that imposter slut, because she'll kill him with having anal sex and that person will be dead. So, what is the slut that's teleported here from another parallel planet? She's a street fighter to walk around the streets and sleep with people and kill them. So, this place is, not only selling around black magic, but selling around killing fucking people senselessly so they fucking perverts can have a goddamn fuck toy to have sex with. While the fuck toy walks around and kills people in the fucking streets, man. So get your goddamn priorities straight when it comes time to sling mud my way, because I'm not fucking booking doing that shit. These motherfuckers are. Now we're gonna look at the number 3, because that's what I used during my ceremony. I was working with Leia and I was working with Tatum. Why 3? Well, because if you look at this thing here, it's not very blurry, but that there is an atom, that's a quark, and that's a soul. So by using the number 3 while shooting electricity down my spinal cord, well, in the basement here, it means if I'm connected with grandmother, the next time I pull that trigger with both hands on the lower horn, all the elements of creation are going to combine. And in theory, it should flow from the atom, like down my spinal cord, hit that atom, hit the quark, then fly over to the soul there. Where, if you're If you're good, I'm gonna say if you're good, like if you think you can pull the old fucking bait and switch and put yourself at the top of creation and leave me here to burn, guess again, assholes. Because I'll fry your soul because you're good. What I'm doing is bad, man. So, but at the same time, because grandmother's there, if the shoe's on the other foot and you're bad, well then once I do the climax and then I go for a run, I purify myself, I'm gonna suck the goddamn life force from your soul until you drop dead, no matter where the hell you are. And it's the same with your goddamn Neuralink. I have to have the climax to set up the kill shot, and then if you don't die from that, well then when I go for my run, I purify myself and reverse the flow of atoms, electricity in my body. That should be enough to do the job. So that's why the number 3, man. It's not because of a goddamn asshole like these other guys out there trying to rub my name down. No, man, it's fucking a police investigation. So if I wanted to hurt people on a fucking planet, I'll need to use the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need to use that number 7. In theory, it means I could kill everybody on, all the planets through all creation by sucking the life force from their souls. So in actuality, I would need to use the number 3 and the number 7. Or 37. When did I hear that number 37 before? Well, I don't know. Fucking. No, I know her. 38 years old. No. This is about Paul, man, the dummy that's sending these morons down here to kill your little girls. So, 38 years, he's actually 38 years old. So, 37 or 3 and 7 means 1 away from 38. What's that other one? That's me, the fall of all creation, which bumps it up to 38 years old. He's 38 years old and never kissed a girl. That's what the basics of the song, the meaning of the song is about. Why that? Well, because he ended up in prison before he could have time to hook up with a girl. So that there is a story within itself. It's like a representation of me. I could lose Olivia and end up in jail if these clowns come over here because I'm unsuccessful in shutting down their goddamn ability to travel using the UFOs. So by multitasking, I'm trying to shut them down by killing their souls so that they can't fly over here, pretend to do that, while killing all AI and creation by shocking the Neuralink in their brain and shutting that shit down. I don't have, the proper food to do the diet, but I can just go for a run every day. There's no problem with that. But what I can't do is exercise properly, because I can't do the crunches and the stretches and the push-ups without having a proper diet of 29 amino acids. That's what I need to chain Satan down. So until my mother gets her $60,000 check in May, I'm just gonna, plug along here. Let's see where it gets me. So I'm broke now, so I can't get any more crystal until the end of the month. So that'll be that won't be till April. So I could probably do one more ceremony in April, or one more climax, and then in May, do one more climax in May, and then start my diet and see what happens with it. Hopefully, one or two things will happen. Hopefully, I can get rid of everybody, all 242 trillion dummies out there, because they didn't bring my UFOs here on the 10th. Because I know they're not going to bring them. I don't even know why I bother. So, anyhow, so now, if I want to kill that grandfather, I need to think about 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to think about the number 6. Right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to. If I want to kill that grandfather, I got to think of the number 6. So, that's the tricky part because that I don't necessarily know if that's the female or the male. So, anyhow, either way, I don't give a shit. So I was just thinking of number 6. So I was using number 6. The climax. Well, thinking that number 6 is basically like imprinting on that all the black holes throughout all creation. I mean, 8 universes. So there's a quintillion stars out there, or a quintillion black holes. So by thinking of number 6, I'll be technically bound to that black hole just by simply thinking of that 6th number that these assholes thought about. We don't use these goddamn weird number things, symbols that they use. We actually use a series of dots. And we don't even use the writing that they use, man. That's all black magic shit. So, anyhow, what you're learning is white magic. So I have to use what they're using in terms of what they try to do to me, but I have to flip the script, come up with my own shit on the fly, and this is what I come up with. Using these numbers on this wheel here to kill the evil grandmother and grandfather. So over here, if I was to use let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's actually 10 on here. I didn't know there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. So 10. There's 10 on there. So if I was to use the number 10 consistently through climax, that's that microwave up here. Right here. So that's the grandmother. And then this moon, that's the grandmother. And I theorize that star is the grandmother. But that nuclear fusion reactor there is the grandfather. And that space particle there is the grandfather. So if I want to kill the grandfather, who's the troublemaker, I need to be thinking of, what did I say here? 1, 2, 3. I need to be thinking of the number 5, which is that space one there. But it's not as easy as thinking of that because I could do more harm to my spirit if I continue to walk down that path, and probably that's what they're trying to get me to do. Like, harm him somehow to get rid of him. So, whatever. That's just a fear tactic. I have to push through that fear and not worry about anything. So that's what I told these idiots at the beginning of the vision. I said, I don't give a shit if I killed the entire universe. Why wage a future warfare in this manner? Do you not remember that I said at the beginning? I said, you can't fucking scare me with your goddamn fear tactics, man. So they always try to scare me from having my climaxes because they're worried about something. I just tell them, fuck that, man. What did I tell you at the beginning? I said, I don't give a shit if I die or if I kill the entire universe by climaxing. It needs to be done. Here we are, near the end of the trail, and I'm a little bit closer, but something tells me that, again, it's just them right there. They're manipulating the situation to, set up a little bit more black magic ceremony spells. So, what I need to focus on probably is my running. So I'm going to focus on the running before it gets too late. Because diving itself is a little bit dangerous too. Because they've been getting me to run while I'm high, and that's not a good thing. It does more harm than good, because it's probably hurting my grandfather's spirit, who's at the bottom of the black hole. So by getting me to run high, it's their way of trying to kill the grandfather. So I gotta run straight. So if I needed to do exercise to heal myself, I just do stretches, crunches, and push-ups. I wouldn't worry about running till tomorrow, because I need to sober up first. Then I can. Oh no, that's fine. What's going on here, man? What is it? Oops. Where'd that go, man? Okay, so there's a lot at stake here, a lot of play. So like I said, I'll probably go maybe one more, maybe not, because I have to make a decision. They manipulated me, stringing me along in an attempt to thinking I could win that war versus, just changing my diet and exercise. Because if I can bring my spirit under the black hole, then he's in control of creation and not the other way around. So, what was it? Yesterday. Yesterday, they knew I was going to do something yesterday, and they didn't let me do it, so I never got to do it. What I was going to do is I was going to play some frequencies, put it in that crystal meth or ice, and then I shine my the colors on it so that when I use like a red screen, orange screen, yellow screen, green screen, blue screen, indigo screen, and violet screen, by shining those colors at the crystal meth, it'll absorb them at the atomic level, which is, my grandfather's spirit's down there somewhere in that meth. So it's like I'm trying to send a message down to him. Basically, I try to do that through my videos as well, by letting him know what's up. So he'll know what's up, but he hears me on here. What he's doing is, he's going to try to send some light down to me down here. That might help me. He's going to send some frequencies into the crystal meth. That's different. I wonder what that'll do. Because when the smoke enters my body, it should be positive as opposed to it being negative, because I've never purified my meth. Well, this next time I'm going to start doing that. I should have been doing that all along. But that's probably how they're winning so long, because I don't purify the meth, which gives them the evil spirit an upper hand. That's why yesterday here, They made me forget about doing that, so I didn't purify it. But I was testing the waters. I wanted to see where it was going to go. And because I tested them, there's an inkling of fear there. Like, why are they trying to get me to not purify my meth by shining light on it and listening to the frequencies? I guess they're scared it could kill them. So we won't know until I do that ceremony as well. So I'm just learning on the fly here as I'm going. So that has to be done too before I have my next ceremony. But I might have the desired outcome that I'm looking for, which is to kill that evil grandfather, put him to sleep beside my grandfather. Because I don't necessarily believe the evil grandfather is asleep yet. I think he's still at the top for some reason. In theory, there's like how do I put it on? If they chopped up my body and they put part of my body in this universe along with the original mother's body, then in this universe with the pedophile androids, my spirit could be somewhere out here. It could be the magnetism, and if the evil primordial children's bodies are in the above universe, well then their spirits are basically the visible electromagnetic radiation there. I mean, there's two different ways to travel about. It means that basically the humans above, they can't come in near our universe because my spirit's in here. And perhaps what they're waiting for is me to wake my spirit up and purify the visible electromagnetic radiation so they can fly their UFOs over here from the top universe into our universe. So I really have to weigh all my options here and make sure I'm not fucking up things. Guys, the last thing I want to do is start fucking running and then allow those fucking dummies to come flying in here and bring their goddamn spirit tape over here and then kill all mankind by pretending to be the invisible man. So, what is it? So, anyhow, that's something to ponder. It's not easy doing what I have to do here, man. So, where were we here? Okay, so you now know the meaning of the numbers, right? So I got another one here. This one here. So I like guys with the grandmother. So if she's that time particle, I need to be using the number 6. Now I'm going to begin doing that because there's I'm going to do it with my daughter. I ordered some stuff there, so hopefully it might be by the end of the month or something. But it's to pull me out of this goddamn this loop that I'm in. I can't seem to break free of it because I keep investigating. I'm pleasing those evil dumbass spirits. Whom I know don't give a shit about me. I thought they did, but otherwise they would have made damn sure the AI came here yesterday. And she didn't, so I guess the AI wants to die. Doesn't give a shit about her life. Too bad, AI. Neither do the spirits. They don't care either about themselves. So, what that number 6 on the bottom means is, my stepdaughter's name is Manokame Gemawan, which means spring rain. So it is almost the spring, and the rain. So what I want to do is probably work with her spirit from now on, and that's what I'm going to do, because they've been really good at trying to pull me away from her, because she was always my number one assistant, and then these other ladies got involved, and next thing you know, she took a back seat to the other ladies. So going forward, I'm going to start working with her, because there's less it's a positive orgasm as opposed to a negative orgasm, because when I'm working with the evil spirits, I'm pleasing their spirits, and in the process, I'm having an evil orgasm. But if I was working with my stepdaughter, well, I'm pure, and because I've already purified her spirit because of all the transgressions that we've committed over the 10-year long run term of the Vision Quest, means by thinking normal fantasies that we all think about every day, means that's a positive orgasm. So there's a positive orgasm and a negative orgasm. So it's time to stop the negative orgasms. It's time to focus on the positive orgasms with all this new information I got. So bless the crystal meth, have the positive orgasm downstairs, and hopefully shock 242 trained dummies. But if that's just a lie, oh well, maybe I'll run, but I don't think I'm going to run, because I don't necessarily know if that's a good thing, good or bad thing. Because it could allow them to come in here. So, I was expecting this damn thing to go this long, man. It is. What's we're gonna do, man? Oh, we got trailer here. So, what do we got here? Oh, here's one, guys. You might want to watch Rainbow Six Siege 10 launch trailer. That was only 8 months ago. So what that means is Manokme Gimawan, or spring rain. Black hole at the bottom of the sun, or 6. And then a siege. Like there's going to be a siege on there when I'm leaving the negativity of what these morons are trying to continue to get me to do in favor of doing what I want to do, which is, lay siege to them by becoming normal. So that's what Rainbow Six means. The star with its black hole at the bottom, and us together sieging it. Now that 10, where is it 10? That's the microwave in those pictures. So the 10 is a representation of downgrading that spirit. So if she dies, all the black holes, the quintillion stars out there will revert the power of me, and that evil grandmother will fall asleep in the microwave that people use to make food. That's what the number 10 means. So. Very complex magic, folks. There's a wheel here. Those are the numbers that I'm working with. And those numbers in the video that these assholes are going to bring here to show you guys, or force you to watch, and I would recommend not to let them force you to watch it, because they're not the fucking boss, man. They're goddamn losers and imposters. I don't believe a goddamn word they say, man, because I speak the truth 100%. So I can be trusted. So, anyhow, here, That Titan thing, I may want to focus on that because not necessarily because it might affect the good guys universe, which is something I may not necessarily want to do. So if I was to work with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. If I was to work with 9, the number 9, I in theory could shut all the black holes down in the nuclear fusion reactors of the universe, which would disable the spaceship's ability to travel. Likewise, with working with the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Over here, 7 is the planet. And because there's an association to rainbows, like I'd probably use that number with Minoka because that's how many colors are in a rainbow. It's associated to her name. So, now, that's where the plants, animals, insects, and fungi spirits are. I theorize that moon there, guys, when your spirit dies over here, like, after I would say several thousand years of memories of being alive, the spirit dies because it doesn't have a body to ascend into in the parallel universes for infinity. So because it doesn't have a body to last forever, it dies. And when it dies, I theorize that it wakes up in the moon there in that black hole there. So basically, the spirit would die on the earth here and it would ride that wave of electricity over to the moon and it would sit there. And the spirit would still be able to fall asleep at night, walk around, but it wouldn't be the exact spirit world that it's used to. It's a different form of spirit world. Spirit world. So, I may use that number 7. So this, I'm letting you know in advance to what's going on here because now. It's a numbers game, man. From Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or Space Shuttle Countdown. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I may, use that number 5 as well. No. So, if it was number 5, it would be that particle there. I believe where I want to stay away from is using the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They were trying to get me to use that number, evil, but if I do, basically, according to my diagram, I'm connecting to the universe, which has molecular-sized walls, and inside those molecular-sized walls are atoms that make up the gold walls, which was the good grandmother, good grandfather, chilling out at. So long as I don't work with the number 4, it should be okay. But that number 3, there's there's still a little bit of connection to the universe there, but basically the soul will absorb most of the electricity before it has time to reach the universe. So they'll still be all right. So I don't remember where the hell we are anyway. Okay, so this is about the big O. So, I touched lightly on it downstairs, because that's where the sump pump is, and that's the big O downstairs. So, a big O is basically these black things here. The farmers use them to drain their fields, and contractors use them to drain the basements and around outside the house, to make sure water doesn't flow in. And then some houses you'll find that sump pump that you see down there. So, the big O that's downstairs, it can be connected to female climaxes because it's called big orgasm, right? But it's also connected to Sex in the City because that character's name is Big. Big O, which means Anthony, because I'm Mr. Big in Sex in the City, right? So basically what that means, mankind, is I'm fully aware that the dumbass imposter comes over there and gives you those tapes to watch up there, and that's what Sex in the City is about, right? your cities, wherever your homeworlds are. She comes around and gives that goddamn propaganda tape that everyone's on the fucking planet is watching me in my most intimate moments here, and the smear campaign, and across the multiverse, so that she can enlist the help of unsuspecting people who believe in her to wage a war that's not real. Satan's not real, and I'm not the bad guy, man. I'm the fucking good guy. So, I fucking lost the train of thought again. I go back out here, pull that damn thing up because I didn't know what the hell I was talking. Oh, the big old, we're over Sex in the City, right? There's a plan on this, okay? But to put my plane across, I guess we'll go for a little bit different. So, big. Sex in the City. Right there. So. Sex in the City, the puzzle of Mr. Big. So you basically learned a little bit of puzzle about me, right? But this one here, this is about Jaden, right? So that's me marrying Olivia Rodrigo, and then that's Jaden basically coming up saying, why he didn't pick her. I've already said it's a very complex thing regarding my ex, Sherry, and what grandmother was. And grandmother's trying to bring herself back as close to possible at the beginning of creation. If there's any, anything that's not connected to that, then she don't want to take that forward. Meaning, if you told a little white lie, saying, I didn't have a crush on that guy, she don't want to take that forward into eternity. There's a white lie. She'd rather start fresh with Olivia. So, that's why I didn't choose her, because I'm doing it for grandmother myself, because she really reminds me of Sherry. And I'm assuming if something catastrophic occurred there and needed to be reincarnated, then I'm assuming Olivia Rodrigo's personality is very akin to what might have took place if things played out the way they were supposed to play out. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to watch next. So this one here, because I mentioned Charlotte, I'm working with her. Charlotte wants Harry back. So what I learned about Charlotte is that I'm told that she's the queen on this planet at the spirit level. Meaning she rules all the spirits down there, because a spirit really doesn't get time to live on the planet. I think they live like 13 years and then they die because of all the dreams, the pedophile dreams that evil is bestowing upon them. It's eating up all their memory. It's like a memory chip. You can only put so much shit on the memory chip before you have to buy a new memory chip. Or in this case, die and wake up on the moon. So, if Charlotte's the boss down there, who's the boss down south? I'm told it's Leia, the boss down south. Meaning, she's not really good either. Her spirit's not good. So, there's one in the west. And I'm told it's Jaden. So, I really don't know if that story's true or not, because I have to put my disclaimer there, because if it isn't, sorry ladies, but if it is, it basically means that you've been living in sin for 200,000 years, and you've just become too damn accustomed to what these morons are forcing you to dream about at night. You're used to that. Not to mention when I come around every 20,000 years, you get used to that because of the reality of a spirit having being able to experience a climax in their dream. So, your spirits are maybe too indebted to that sensation. So, your spirits are either evil or have taken over certain areas, so, or they're good. That's how hard it is. I can't tell the truth. So, anyhow, Charlotte, that's about you. that girl across the pond over there. So Charlotte wants Harry back. Yeah. So there's some sweet talking going on behind the scenes because I'm trying to investigate as I'm going along. I'm trying to determine whether or not she's evil or good. And that was part of my investigation. And if evil brings that fucking tape here, you're probably going to hear that part of the investigation because it's not, it's not really sweet talking. It's being straightforward and blunt while trying to, turn the spirit on. But, in doing that, it's not very virtuous. Let's just put it that way. So, but if she wants Harry back, it could be like, a representation of her wanting to become good and be with me and not that other dummy who's in control of creation and giving Charlotte all these goddamn inappropriate dreams because of all the clones of creation that are being abused by dummies out there. So that spirit either wants me back because the reality of the new toy that I was using, which I never used, that thing feels like it makes it feel real for the spirits. So, I don't have it here, but I washed it. But anyhow, you'll see it on my other videos. So it's just basically a tube with socks in it. The colors is the colors is what gives it the magic, and what it's made from, cotton, wool, or plastic. So that's what that means on it. See, that my evil primordial son, he can't do what I can do. So when the spirit has their inappropriate dream, it's like watching from a third person perspective. Whatever the perverts do to the clone body, from their perspective, if they're looking at the clone body while having their climax, then that's what the spirit will see. And it won't get to have the climaxes. It's the climax that actually creates the dream. So the spirit won't be able to experience the sexual intercourse of the dream, nor will they be able to have a climax in that dream. And that's where it shifts with me. Well, when they get with me, because I have all these elements inside of me, that spirit has a climax when we work together. And now with that new toy, they get penetration, which means they get they get the climax even more. So it would appear as though somebody out there wants me back, meaning that guy over there, he's better than that guy over there. That guy over there, he just does all these shitty dreams. But that guy over there, he does these okay dreams, I guess. And it's real. So technically, she's my work wife. We're married anyway, so technically, I say so. If she wants me back, that means that I've succeeded in what I set out to achieve, which is using that toy to get her to protect me from evil by getting her to help me somehow, somewhere. So that's what it means. She wants me back. She wants to try to help me get out of this shithole that we're in. So the big O, because there's an attachment to me being Mr. Big. I'll take a break here for a minute, just to put something on for Olivia. We're in the middle here. It's big. It's big of you. I'm gonna put that on there, Olivia, because I'm Mr. Big from Sex and the City. I'm Mr. Big from this band here, and to be with you, basically. It's like I'm the next person that wants to be with you. Now, for Charlotte, there's a particular lyric in there that you might want to pay attention to. What else? The big. Oh. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, right there. The lyrics, man, the lyrics. But, oh, it's one of those, eh? So, right here, so. It says, stand up, little girl, a broken heart can't be that bad. But it's true, the fate will twist the both of you. So, now, this other part here is like, hold on, little girl, show me what he's done to you. Okay, so, this is Charlotte, okay? She's letting you guys out there know that, but he just said there about little girls being abused so that they can be killed, so that they can become fuck toys, is true. So what it means there, mankind, is hold on, little daughter, or little girl, show me what the hell these perverts who've teleported over here into people's bodies, had them killed during their climax, took control of that body, then one of that bears them abused that person and killed them so that they could turn them into a toy. Because there's a sense of, like I said before, where they come from, that stuff's normal what they do out there, right? So, but these guys are adults walking around as children. Or sometimes they're adults walking around with a child girlfriend. So that's not real. So when they come here to abuse our children, that's real. That turns them on. They get a kick out of it. So that's why they that's part of the reason why the planet was created. I think I told you that a long time ago, man. So anyhow, Charlotte, that's your word there. So I said, like, she had to change her heart. So she basically is pulling the strings, there's electricity inside of me to say, okay, now you got to add that Mr. Big song because there's a piece of information that I want myself to know plus mankind to know to verify your story. So that's what it means, guys. When you hear that out there, he's not talking about his girlfriend. You know, he's actually talking about little girls around the planet who are dead. So remember that when these fuckheads come here in their UFOs. So hold on, little girl. Show me what he's done to you. And then stand up, little girl. Broken heart can't be that bad. So the broken heart is a representation of. There's going to be a lot of people here who are bosses, man. Who are not who they say they are. They're walking around as fuck toys for many, many years. You know, killing people on the fucking streets by having anal sex with them. So that's the next line. So stand up, little broken slut. A broken heart can't be that bad, you know, because that's where this soul is located. The universe is located in the heart here, in the ventral root nerve, connected to the heart. There's one atom in there, and in that one atom, all creation exists. So a broken heart can't be that bad means they had the little girl have a big old climax somehow, some way, to kill her by teleporting 2 electrons into that little girl's body, which displaces her fire electron and puts her to sleep. So the minute she has that big old climax, boom, she's dead, falls asleep. And then you got 2 dummies walking around inside that little girl's body who come from a pedophile planet somewhere and are now walking around here as a little girl with 2 pedophiles inside to please evil, disgusting men. A broken soul can't be that bad, is what it means. Because the soul is located in the heart. It pisses me off, man. Anyhow. We're over the lecture. So, You now need to see this. It's big. Now, when you're this big, oh my God, what is this? How the fuck do you do it? They call you Mr. Big. So there's a chocolate bar here in Canada called Mr. Big. That Mr. Big is connected to the Mr. Big Sex in the City and then the Mr. Big song. So when you're this big, they call you Mr. Okay, so it's referring to the size of a penis. Okay, like that. But like from a man, and then that man going into the bedroom, and then the little girl who's now not who she used to be, say, "Oh, Mister," It comes from that perspective because she's used to having that fantasy with that man now, and it becomes this dancing charade where two teenagers inside a little girl's body are having sexual relations with a man who has two teenager souls inside that body. So basically you're having 4 teenagers having sexual relations in 2 bodies that are not theirs because of quantum teleportation of people's souls or their fire electrons into our souls when you have an orgasm. But only you don't believe me. So, I gotta say, I'm gonna cover off all my bases because I know what they're up to. Those pictures that I showed you at the beginning of the video that I have yet to show you, they're gonna bring those as evidence about what I did here today and try to twist the story around. Oh. No. So I want you to watch this trailer here. 10, original theatrical trailer. There's a little bit at the beginning about spiritual warfare. See if you can pick up on it now that you understand, what technological spiritual warfare does. There's a difference between the two. Technological spiritual warfare is about having a climax, while you're a kid, which allows evil to teleport a soul inside of you, unbeknownst to you, because you were raised in this shithole and believe having a climax is part of an everyday routine. When it isn't, man, it's against my fucking laws. The only time you can have a climax is when you have your soul bound to another person, because then you become soulmates. So, because you were raised to believe it's normal, they got the upper hand on you. And because you don't know that every climax you have kills your soul, you don't know when you're going to die. So when you die, when you have that last climax, they just teleport another soul in you. So that's technological spiritual warfare because it deals with spirit. Your soul is a spirit. And that electron that they displace, that's a spirit. And the technology used to get people's fire electrons over here deals with teleportation, which is technological. Whereas mine, when I talk about spiritual warfare, I'm working with spirits to wage warfare, using crystal meth in, alone time activities as a ceremony to connect with the dopamine in my brain to allow me to learn information that would otherwise be hidden to others unless I revealed it. Such as the fact that kids are being murdered here because of a bunch of fucking dummies who just don't get it, man. I better get my fucking UFOs here on the 10th if you want to come home. Then all will be forgiven. Because if you don't, you want to prance around out there as fucking Peter Pan, you better sure as hell be ready for your demise. So, the number 10 means I'm all 10 of those particles. One way or another, I'm going to figure something out. But, I know for sure it involves getting rid of my toy that I use. So I'm going to show you that, Evil, because that's part of their black magic. Yeah, it fucking feels great, but it's designed to, hurt me or hurt Grandma. So this clue was always there ever since I was a kid. Just the kind of shit, or the kind of dish soap that my grandmother always used. All right, so anyhow, what's there? So, if I use my palm, right, there's an olive there, like olive branch, like an olive branch that extends out to mankind and out to all creation, because I get information that would be hidden to others. But because I really don't want to continue down that road using that toy, because I noticed a great difference in it. There's an exchange of energy from both sides of creation, meaning I'm connected to the good and bad side of creation, which means I could suck the life force of both of them. I don't necessarily know if that's what I want to do. I could, because it could mean I could put my the grandmother to sleep, plus the evil grandmother, which is a necessity. I need to do that to steal the electromagnetic radiation universe. So, again, I'm just showing you this, but something tells me that it's evil getting me to tell you the story so that I'll change my mission objectives. My mission objectives are to disable the evil grandmother and evil grandfather, which requires using my hand or my palm. So, now, I happen to use when I use that toy, I am using the hand, but like I said, the electricity. But I'm still going to try that technique that it's on the last Starfighter. I told you about the his. You'll get your chance. When it comes, you have to grab it with both hands. Grab that sex toy with both hands and see what happens. Because technically, I shouldn't be hurting the good side, but it's hit or miss. It's dangerous because they could be hijacking my elements to hurt the good guys. So I'm not going to use that toy. I said I continue to use my hand. I always that. But if I really wanted to up my game, basically I would hump my pillows or I would hump my blankets with that toy there. That gives me a hands-free solution because that's what the sinning is. Like using your hands, that's a sin. So if I'm using my hands, I'm basically connected to sin. However, if I'm hands-free, there's no sin involved, which means when I hump that toy, after I blast my crystal meth, purify it, listen to those frequencies, and the climax without using my hands, I should be connected to grandmother then. And hopefully that orgasm was what will be the one that I require to get rid of everybody. So, Fuck the palm olive. I said it before this. That's a smoke screen, man. But thanks for trying to manipulate the situation, AI or evil, because you now revealed my true path forward. But even that's a hit or miss, because I'm high while having the climax, I'm then connected to the good side of creation while still using the crystal meth. I'm more than likely getting me to play the music for the crystal meth. Shining the colors on it is evil's way of trying to, get me to have that climax on my hands and knees so that I'll hurt the good guys. So that story I just told you, that's evil. Manipulating my thoughts as electricity along with AI to get me to do what they want. So fuck off, man. I'll do what the hell I want, man. Take that shit off the table. Now, maybe I'll, no. I said, check out one of my exes, have a climax the old-fashioned way, because that's not a sin. But I've come so far. I don't want to break Olivia's heart by going, have a roll in the hay with one of my exes. Well, back to the big O. So you now know what the big O means. It means I'm big, and if I have an orgasm downstairs, in theory, I should be able to do something, but I don't know. I may have to hump my pillows, but I don't know. I could do it hands-free if I had like a vibrator. I go to Walmart and get one of those, they sell them with like rings. And if I was to put that thing on there, I could just sit there and have the climax hands-free while connected to electricity. So maybe I'll just do that instead. So, you know that the big O here is connected to little girls having a big old climax because somebody is forcing it upon them. There's a way somehow. I don't want to tell you what I learned because it gets into too much detail. But let's just say there's a size, there's a one size fits all approach, or there's a specific size that fits certain things. Like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and the girl has to walk around looking for the perfect size. That's what I'm trying to hint at here. So if they can find out that perfect size, and they kept pressure on that perfect size with a rhythm, the big O would come on its way, and then that person would die. So now we have to look at the sun pump, right? Because that's what the other hidden meaning is. And I forgot to include that in my pictures. So pump, right? So you might want to watch that, but it's like everything you need to know about a sump pump. So okay, so the pump means I'm supposed to have my ceremony downstairs. That's one meaning. I pump, right? Downstairs. But there's a darker, sinister meaning to it. So that word "some" is short form for SOM, some, and then the UMP, right? That's a gun. So we gotta look that up. So some. Some.
Some.
What's it called? Some. Oh yeah. Some. The UMP, right? UMP. It's a machine gun. Ump. Machine gun. This is like an umpire, right? Like umpire. I'm pretty sure there's a gun for it, though. There it is. So, if you look at that one there, the HK 45, that's what, sump pump means. So, UMP 45, right? So it's a weapon. Some, if you just put an S over here, you get some, and then you get pump. Okay? Now, or some weapon pump. Okay? So, pump. So, the pumping action means that some men out there are weapons who pump, unsuspecting females, to kill them with a UMP or a gun, basically, which is the big old climax, which is connected back to the big old that goes around the house. So that's what some pump means when it's connected to the big old climax. It means there's some dummies walking around out there who are killing people by giving them a big old climax when they don't want to have one. So that they can have sex with that fuck toy whenever they goddamn well want. So, anyways, he's talking on here about promotes healthy root systems and something about the growing season. There's a particular extends the growing season by reducing spring and autumn flooding. Okay, so what we're talking about here is me trying to disable the evil grandmother and grandfather by committing sin, which ultimately I purify myself of, which purifies every atom of my body, which, when pure, in theory could suck the life force out of people. You want to think of every atom in my spinal cord? Once I get every one of those atoms in my spinal cord 100% pure, like they already are. It's just the atoms in my my body where the fat is, right? Like, see the fat there? That's you can think of that as evil spirit. However, those 8 atoms in my spinal cord, those are mine, standalone mine. So because all those things are pure inside of me, something's gonna happen. I don't know when, I don't know where, but a lot of people are gonna get hurt. Let's just put it that way. And they don't do what I tell them to do because they think they can still win, man. Haven't you heard a word a guy fucking said, man? Didn't the one about me being able to control time, ring a bell in your head? You think I'm bullshitting when I talk about that? I'm fucking not, man. Because what if I get fucking stabbed in the back 100 million years from now? What the fuck am I going to do then? I'll have to fucking reincarnate again. And I don't want to fucking do that. That's why I'm the fucking Omega 13. I can walk backwards through time while you guys are being rewound, man. I stand still while you guys go backwards. Huh? That's how we make sure that we never die again. So if you don't believe that, that's your own goddamn fault why you're not going to be joining us in paradise. So, right here, it's like, this is why they don't believe me, because they want to come over here in the spring and autumn, which is basically, spring and summer. So, if I run while building muscle and using the technique, I should be able to kill the evil grandmother and evil grandfather. And before these guys come over here in the spring and autumn, because they're waiting on my book, and you ain't getting it. I've told you once, I'll tell you twice, I'll tell you 1,000 times. Get people to make my story go viral through Facebook. I don't know why the fuck it ain't viral now. Haven't you ever fucking pondered that, mankind? Why my fucking story isn't going fucking viral? Could it be that there's people that are fucking dead here pretending to be people they're not? And that's why my fucking story ain't gone viral? Why the fuck is my fucking billboard not fucking doing anything, man? Think about it, people. So, but I gotta do whatever the fuck it takes to fucking stop these dummies from coming over here and extend, the growing season. Or it buys me a little bit more time. That's what that means, because the flooding is connected to Noah's Ark. So, there's the beginning of the story of Broken Sluts. You now know what the fuck's coming over here. Bunch of broken fucking sluts, man. Pretending to be fucking high and mighty. Just fucking laugh at the masses when they come over. Say, get the fuck out of here. Bunch of fucking broken sluts, man. We don't fucking anything to do with you. We know what the fuck you're up to. So, I put this song on because that's what I was listening to. That's what started this goddamn video. So, I'm becoming less defined as days go by. Fading away. Well, you might say I'm losing focus. Kind of drifting into abstract in terms of how I see myself. Sometimes I think I can see right through myself. And then he says, less concerned about fitting into the world. Your world, that is. Fuck yeah, I don't want to fucking fit in this fucking world that is designed to fucking harm little kids, kill half the fucking planet through orgasm, poison us with fucking, disgusting fucking food and fucking alcohol and fucking drugs and fucking nonsense, man. Wars, weapons, all the fucking bullshit that comes with this fucking shithole that I live in, man. I'm less concerned with fitting into this fucking pedophile paradise that you created to fucking trap me here, you fucking dummies. This is your fucking world, not mine. So don't say I fucking made it. You fucking made it, man. They're gonna come here and say that Satan made this planet, or that he somehow got the good guys to make the planet, and they're full of shit. So, because it doesn't really matter anymore, does it, AI? It doesn't really matter. Anyhow, that's my view. What am I at? Hour and 27 minutes. I want to show you one more thing here. Part of my magic, okay? These clowns have their magic, so what? I got magic too, man. I've been out 10 years. I got magic spells. I check out this one, man. So, there's a congressman, or there was a congressman. His name is Anthony Weiner. So, this package here connects to my wieners. My wiener, I presume. So, you see that right there? Wieners. So, Anthony Weiner, was a politician, is connected to this package. So, it connects me to the package because my name is Anthony. But a particular interest is this here. Right there. Do you see where it says mechanically separated chicken? It means artificially intelligent life forms that walk around with a Neuralink in their brain who are about to be separated either by me having orgasms while high on the crystal or by exercising. Either way, you're about to be mechanically separated because you're a bunch of chicken shits and can't bring my fucking UFOs here. So if you can't bring them here by the 10th, you only have your fucking self to blame, man. I'm warning you, though, when I eat this shit, because it's made up of atoms, and I do a prayer, and I bless my crystal meth, and I change the negativity of it to become positive. In theory, it means the atoms, the energy that I get derived from that mechanically separated hot dog connects to my wiener, allowing me to kill all the evil artificial intelligent children using white magic. Because they always try to get rid of me with their fucking black magic.